Is President Biden about to change the course of US-China relations forever? This question has been on the minds of many as the world watches closely. The stakes are high and the implications could be far-reaching, affecting not just the two superpowers, but the entire global community. From strategic alliances to unexpected curveballs, Biden's approach has been anything but predictable. His administration has navigated a complex web of international diplomacy, balancing between cooperation and competition. The world is watching every move, analyzing every statement and speculating on the outcomes. His latest moves are sparking curiosity and tension worldwide. Analysts are dissecting his strategies, while the media buzzes with theories and predictions. The atmosphere is charged with anticipation, as everyone waits to see what will happen next. Stick around. This is the story you need to hear today. November 16, 2024. On this pivotal day, we delve into the intricacies of Biden's diplomatic maneuvers and their potential impact on the future of international relations. With the global stage more intense than ever, the pressure is mounting. The United Nations General Assembly has become a focal point for these discussions, with global leaders weighing in on the evolving dynamics. Military parades and international summits underscore the gravity of the situation. Biden has made headlines with his final big plays in US-China diplomacy. These actions are not just about policy, but about shaping the future of global power structures. The agreements and meetings are more than ceremonial. They are the building blocks of a new world order. Are we heading towards a new era of cooperation, where mutual interests pave the way for a more stable and prosperous world? Or is the rivalry heating up, leading us into a period of heightened tensions and potential conflict? The answers are not straightforward, and the path ahead is fraught with challenges. The military posturing, political debates, and public protests all add layers of complexity to the situation. As we navigate through these turbulent times, one thing is clear: the decisions made today will resonate for years to come. Let's dive in and explore the unfolding drama of US-China relations under President Biden's leadership. First on the list, the high-stakes meeting between Biden and Xi Jinping just days ago. This was no ordinary diplomatic encounter. It was a critical moment that could shape the future of international relations for years to come. The stakes were sky-high, and the world was watching with bated breath. Both leaders walked into the room with their poker faces on. The atmosphere was thick with tension, each step echoing the weight of the decisions that lay ahead. The room was filled with advisors, translators, and security personnel, but all eyes were on Biden and Xi. But here's the kicker: did Biden just offer a major concession? The whispers in the corridors suggest that something significant was put on the table. Was it a strategic move to gain leverage, or a necessary compromise to avoid conflict? Reports suggest discussions around AI development and trade policies dominated the talks. The future of technology and global trade was at the forefront, with both nations vying for supremacy in these critical areas. The implications of these discussions could be far-reaching, affecting everything from economic stability to national security. But the bigger question is, what's in it for the U.S.? What does America stand to gain from these negotiations? Is it a step towards a more balanced global power structure, or a calculated risk that could backfire? The answers are complex and multifaceted, involving layers of strategy and diplomacy. Imagine being in the room listening to two of the world's most powerful leaders playing geopolitical chess. Your move. What's their endgame? Each word, each gesture is a calculated move in a game where the stakes are nothing less than global dominance. The tension is palpable, the strategy's intricate, and the outcome's uncertain. Speaking of big moves, Biden didn't stop there. He took the opportunity to address the media, outlining the key points of the discussions and the potential paths forward. His statements were measured, yet firm, signaling a clear stance on the issues at hand. Next, he's turning up the heat in the Pacific. The U.S. is ramping up its military presence, a clear message to allies and adversaries alike. This move is part of a broader strategy to maintain influence and ensure stability in a region that is increasingly becoming a focal point of global power dynamics. The Pacific strategy involves not just military might, but also diplomatic efforts and economic initiatives. It's a multifaceted approach aimed at countering China's growing influence and ensuring that the U.S. remains a dominant force in the region. The stakes are high, and the outcomes will shape the geopolitical landscape for years to come. Biden's actions are a clear indication that the U.S. is not backing down. The administration is committed to a robust and proactive approach, leveraging all aspects of national power to achieve its strategic objectives. The world is watching, and the next moves will be critical in determining the balance of power in the Pacific and beyond. As the dust settles from this high-stakes meeting, the world waits to see the ripple effects. Will this be a turning point in U.S.-China relations, or just another chapter in an ongoing saga of rivalry and cooperation? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the decisions made in that room will have far-reaching consequences. The geopolitical chessboard is constantly evolving, and the moves made by Biden and Xi will be analyzed and scrutinized by experts and policymakers around the globe. The stakes are high and the game is far from over. Stay tuned as we continue to follow this unfolding story, bringing you the latest updates and insights. In a clear nod to countering China's influence, Biden doubled down on AUKUS, the security pact between the US, UK, and Australia. Here's where things get intriguing. New reports reveal plans to station cutting-edge submarines closer to disputed waters in the South China Sea. What does this mean for the delicate balance in the Indo-Pacific? And how might China respond to this bold maneuver? But it's not just about defense. Biden has a plan for technology too. Let's talk tech wars. In today's interconnected world, technology isn't just about gadgets and software, it's a battleground for global supremacy. Nations are vying for dominance in the tech sector, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Biden is pushing for stricter controls on advanced AI exports to China. This move is part of a broader strategy to ensure that the United States remains at the forefront of technological innovation. By limiting the flow of cutting-edge AI technology to China, the U.S. aims to curb Beijing's ability to leverage these advancements for military and strategic gains. Why? To maintain a competitive edge while limiting Beijing's ability to use AI for military purposes. The fear is that advanced AI could be used to enhance China's military capabilities, from autonomous drones to sophisticated surveillance systems. This isn't just about economics, it's about national security and maintaining a balance of power. Think about it. AI isn't just coding and data. It's the future of warfare, economics, and innovation. AI has the potential to revolutionize industries from healthcare to finance, and whoever masters this technology will have a significant advantage on the global stage. It's not just about creating smarter machines, it's about shaping the future of human civilization. Whoever controls AI controls the future. This is why the race to develop and control AI technology is so intense. It's not just a technological competition, it's a geopolitical struggle that will define the 21st century. The leaders in AI will set the rules and standards for the rest of the world to follow. Now here's a thought. What if China already has a backdoor? The possibility of hidden vulnerabilities in software and hardware is a constant concern. Cybersecurity experts warn that backdoors could allow unauthorized access to sensitive information, potentially giving China an upper hand in this tech war. It's a scenario that keeps intelligence agencies up at night. That's a rabbit hole we'll save for another day. The complexities of cybersecurity and espionage are vast and intricate, deserving of their own deep dive. For now, let's focus on the broader picture. But tech isn't the only arena where Biden is playing his cards. Next up, trade. The intersection of technology and trade policies is becoming increasingly important. As nations impose tariffs and negotiate trade deals, technology often becomes a bargaining chip. The outcome of these negotiations will shape the global economic landscape for years to come. The tech wars are just one front in a larger geopolitical struggle. As countries navigate this complex landscape, the decisions made today will have far-reaching implications for the future. Stay tuned as we continue to explore the intricate web of technology, trade, and global power dynamics. Biden's administration has reportedly softened its stance on tariffs, potentially easing certain restrictions to reignite trade with China. But here's the twist. This move could alienate domestic industries that want tougher policies. Is Biden threading the needle here, or is this a gamble that could backfire politically? And just when you think you've got the picture, Biden throws in a wild card. In a move bound to anger Beijing, Biden issued fresh sanctions targeting Chinese officials over alleged human rights abuses in Xinjiang. Now here's the question. Is this a moral stand or a strategic play to rally allies? Whatever the reason, this move is bound to ripple through future U.S.-China talks. How will China retaliate? While Biden's moves are strategic, let's look at the reaction from China itself. China's initial response has been surprisingly restrained so far. Officials hinted at possible trade compromises, but the underlying tone suggests Beijing won't hesitate to flex its muscles if pushed too far. Imagine if the roles were reversed. How would Washington react to similar pressure? It's a delicate dance of power. Biden's actions are sending ripples across NATO and the Indo-Pacific. Countries like Japan and India are watching closely, calculating their own moves. Here's where it gets fascinating. Could this realignment of power finally tilt the balance in the US's favor? But wait, what about the domestic front? Here's the final twist. All these international moves are shaping Biden's legacy. With elections looming, his handling of China could define how history remembers him. But is it enough to rally voters? Think about it. What would you do in his shoes? Tough choices, right? And there you have it, Biden's final moves in US-China relations. High-stakes diplomacy, strategic gambits, and more twists than a political thriller. But where does it all lead? Only time will tell. Want to dive deeper into US politics? Check out my next video where we unravel the latest controversies in Washington. Don't miss it. Click here, and keep exploring the big stories shaping our world.